Hello guys, it's time to speak and make a video. It's my 152nd day of English speaking. Even I am getting little bit better day by day in English. Still I am practicing because I am not getting fluent within these months because I have already invested my time 5 months in English speaking practice regularly without any break and without breaking my consistency of making these kinds of video so that I can ensure myself okay, I am making video, it means I am practicing daily without skipping any day. So this is the journey of mine being a lawyer because I'm a lawyer by profession at the Saket Court, Delhi. I see the matters all over the Delhi, mainly Delhi, but I see some cases out of the Delhi like UP. Sometimes I go to the Haryana. Sometimes I go to the MP, and sometimes and only first time I went in the Bihar as well. Bihar state, yes, Bihar state. I went to, you know, there was an argument in the Bihar High Court. So I went with my senior. That was not my case. So I went with my senior. But yes, I went with my seniors because I'm a lawyer. So I was assisting in that matter, researching and drafting as well. This is why I went with my senior so that I can, give some points for the argument to my senior when it's needed at the court. If I talk about today, because I make hurry when I start speaking. I should not do this because most of people make hurry when they speak in English, but it's not a point to make hurry when you want to speak something in English. You should speak as clear as you can so that you can convey your message clearly. Now this is not my actual tone. I speak very fast naturally. This is not I am not pretending like this, but yes, I am reducing my tone because I have fluency. I know I have fluency, but sometimes if I speak fast, I forgot some words. I forgot some words, and my tongue gets slipped sometimes. So I don't want to do this again because I am making this video for myself and for you guys so that you can get to know. Yes, this is how I practice daily without any skip. If I talk about today, because I do many things in the case, because if I talk about what I did at the Saket court today, I went in a matter, not actually in a matter, I went in a courtroom so that I can see the court proceeding and I was making notes in the courtroom. And then proceeding was going on and my senior suddenly came to me and like, what are you doing right now? And I was just saying I am here for learning purpose only. I am learning the court proceedings. And he was like, because there is some work which was you know pending at my chamber, law chamber. This is why carpenter is working some work which was pending yesterday. And he was saying to me, you have to be at law chamber right now instead of here. So I was just saying I forgot, so please, I apologize. So he said to me, okay, there is a matter listed in this court, so just appear in that matter. And he you know give me the title of that matter. And I was waiting for that matter along with the accused as well. And senior, after gave me the direction to appear in that matter. And you know make sure accused present will be there on the order sheet. So I was like, okay, I'll do the same, no issue, because I'm a lawyer by profession. I am practicing at the Saket court last 2 months after enrollment. But if I talk about how much time I am practicing, from practicing, how much time I already have invested in my practice, including internship. So I am continually internship, or I can say practicing at the Saket Court since 2022. So you can say it's 2026. It's been 4 years, or you can say it's been about to 4 years. So if you are doing anything with your heart, you will definitely going to get succeed in that profession. If I talk about myself, because I am from the Hindi background, this is why I face difficulties in this profession. Because if I especially talk about Delhi, Delhi is a kind of state you need to know how to speak in English in the court. If you don't know how to speak in the court, you will not going to go ahead. There are so many advocates are there from different kinds of state are struggling in Delhi because of their language. If you know English, if you know how to speak in English, if you know how to argue in English, if you know how to defend your client in English, if you know put the fact, and if you are giving submission in the court in English, you make impact in the eye of you know judge as well as opposite counsel. But you will make impact if you speak in English, if you argue in English. This is why I am learning. There is no point I am learning, because if I talk about my schooling, I am my schooling was from Hindi background. This is why I am struggling to getting fluency. This is why it's taking time. But yes, it is what it is. I am ready to give my time to the English, because if I gain this much fluency within 5 months, I believe I can be very fluent within 10 months. So I am not going to quit my journey. I am definitely going to make video each and every day, even I am everywhere. Okay, wherever I am, because sometimes I go to my home in my village where I face the network issue. This is why I don't upload videos regularly because of the network issue. But when I am in Delhi, I upload regularly because there is no network issue here. I have my 5G data connectivity and there is no issue in that. This is why I can upload whatever I want to upload. But this is not about whatever I want to upload. This is all about whatever I speak in English, because I am practicing in English. So how can I say whatever I want to upload? No. Whatever I want to speak in English. Even I don't care about on which topic I am speaking. I only care about am I really speaking in English or not. Because there is no point to speak in English if you are just speaking, if you are just practicing, and just if you are just thinking in your mind like because most of people only think, how can I be fluent? You can't be fluent if you are not speaking. This is the fact. And now I have started, recently I have started talking to my senior in English communication. I you know start communicate with my senior in English, because this is a kind of practice I also want to do. Because if you are, because I am just speaking to my camera and I am making video and I am capturing myself while I am practicing with myself, because there is no partner of mine till now, and I practice with myself. But if I talk about in the court, there is my senior who can talk to me in English because he knows how to speak. He always argue in the court in English. He is so fluent in English. This is why I decided to talk to my senior in English whenever I have time and whenever, because I find some, silly, even there is silly in my senior's eyes. I find silly questions to ask to my senior so that I can communicate with my senior in English. This is the kind of, bahana. I don't know what to say in bahana, but yes, bahana is a Hindi word. I just, mentioned in this video so that I can definitely going to learn for my next video. If I am going to, mention the word in my next video, I will definitely going to learn, because before uploading I watch my video by myself. Even you are watching this video on YouTube, I have seen multiple times this video, because if you are just thinking about my views on YouTube, I watch myself on YouTube as well, because I want to know how and where I make mistakes and how can I cure from myself. If I am making grammatical mistakes, so I have to focus on what point I should, practice, and I should read, I should learn. And if I am making some pronunciation mistakes, I focus on pronunciation, because I don't actually focus on pronunciation or accent. I only focus on English speaking. You know what? Why? Because I am from the Hindi background. My main purpose is to speak in English. If I focus on my accent, pronunciation, or something, I will not going to be the upon the line. I want to be on track first. And after getting fluency, I don't care about the pronunciation or accent. If my accent is really bad, if I am not pronouncing the words, accurately, my tone is from Hindi. So you can see, yes, I am from the Hindi background. This is why you can identify me. Yes, he is not fluent, he is from the Hindi background and try to speak in English. Yes, I can, I am ready to face this all of this issue, because I only want to fluent first. After getting fluency, I will definitely going to improve my accent, improve my pronunciation as well. Thereafter, not I am focusing on right now. So it is all about till now. If I talk about something more, because I am speaking to you straightly last 13 minutes. It is about to 30 minutes. It's almost 30 minutes, you can see. And there is one thing I want to tell you, because most of the time I listen English, podcast, and I watch reels in English, and I followed some page on Instagrams so that I can watch their contents in English only. And in English, what I learn, actually, I learn what is surrounding by me. If I know the name of these things which is surrounded by me, if I know the name in English, I can speak easily about them. If I don't know what to say in English to, the kind of articles and kind of things which is surrounded by me, how can I expect from myself I can express these things in English? This is why, if you are just think if you are just, worrying about your fluency and thinking how you can be fluent, just focus on the what you are surrounded by, the things. Just know the name in English if you don't know. And sometimes you feel like, okay, how can I remember all the time? Just, note it down and just paste on the same. Like, this is the ring light of mine. I rarely use when I, record for my main channel, and when I record some reels for my Instagram outfits, because I make some videos related to gadgets and outfits as well on reels. Okay, so this is all about till now, and I don't have anything to speak with you. And If I talk about what I actually did and what I will going to do tomorrow, because there is was I was thinking to talk about a point, because my senior said to me today, you can't be become you can't be a good lawyer. I was shocked after hearing this. I instantly asked to my senior, why? What you observed into me, why you are saying to this? And he said to me, you are a kind of person who is emotional. You can't make your clients in fear. You can't create fear into your client's eyes. You always get emotional when they say the story of themselves to you. You get emotional, then how can you get fees from your client? Because I was you know talking to my clients, and client was broke as per himself, and he was saying the story of himself to me over the call, and my senior was listening to me, and he convinced me to give me a little portion of fees to do some work for him. you know I can say he convinced me to do his you know work or do his matter in the court in return of a little fees. Okay. So this is why my senior asked me, or this is why my senior told me, or said to me that you can't be a good lawyer if you can't create the fear in your eye, and if you can't get the fees, whatever you want to do. Because if you charge 20,000 for any case, and if you are just doing that case only in 10,000, how you expect from your client? He would definitely going to come to you, because he will think after settle his matter. If you even win the case on behalf of your client, he would not come to you, and he will not going to thank you from his heart. So I was like, then what to do? He was saying, if you want to get your proper fees, because there is no compromise, you should not compromise with your fees. You should always focus on your justice. If you are just focusing on your if you are I'm just little bit confused, how can I say, because I'm going to pick a call. There is a call. So after getting this call, I will definitely going to catch to you, not going to you. So bye, catch you later.